as somebody starts to grow within their company, meaning whether you're in real estate or whether you're a loan officer, as your ecosystem starts to grow from personal production, leverage becomes super critical in order for you to continue to grow that channel of business. Because if we're constantly being bogged down by the weeds and always paying attention to so many things when it was our own business like we would do on each individual file, you simply can't have that level of detail and grow at the same time, because there comes a point to where the only thing you should be doing is being the rainmaker, and that is going to get more business. Now, whether that goes by ad spend, relationship value, which is kind of like our model, which is our model, you have to figure out how do you drive in more business to the enterprise so the enterprise grows, but the enterprise is adding value. One, value through capital. Two, value through the ability for others to grow their business. That's all business is. Whether you're a massive lending partner or a lender like Veterans United or Rocket or you name it, these big, big companies, all that company is a leverage play for people to go earn a great living because they're supplying you with business to do so. That's all it is. At a smaller scale, for people that are trying to get, maybe you're not going to be these big companies, most won't be, but to be a real company and not just you and an assistant, you have to bring in the money. And in order to bring in the money, you eventually have to focus on business development. And again, that can be through lead spend, that can be through relationship, but then the hard work is setting up the operational structure to where you trust the process. The problem with most business owners is they don't trust their own process. Either A, they don't trust the human resources that are running the channels, or B, they just don't trust the engine behind what they're doing, and that's why they're always peeking behind the scenes. And at some point, you're spending too much time with distraction, worrying about the operations, than growing the operations. If you're the CEO, you worry about tomorrow. Your COO, or your president, or your vice president of sales, they worry about today. Your job's to go get the business for tomorrow. Now that sounds easier said than done, because we all wear, no matter what business owner you talk to, from Elon Musk into the normal guy right now that's trying to build a business, they'll all tell you, you start by wearing a lot of hats, but you grow as you release those hats. For every hat that you get rid of, that frees up more time to grow the business. So one hat would be someone else is in charge of sales. Someone else is in charge of product. Someone else is in charge of marketing. Someone else is in charge of human resources. Someone else is in charge of onboarding and training. All these hats start to get off your head, but they can never come off if you're not bringing in more business. So the responsibility of the owner is to make sure that as they're building these departments, as they're building the channels that are managing the business, like for us, we have channels. We have a marketing department, a processing department, a financing department, but we didn't have that 8 years ago. We had me and buyer's agents, and we were doing a lot, like I was doing a lot of the work. But as we've grown and we've brought in more business, what I've realized is my main value prop to our company is going to get more business. So therefore, I can't be the finance guy, I can't be the marketing guy, I can't fix tech issues. And you slowly start to put people in charge of that. And then once you put people in charge of channels, you start to see that there's more channels because there's more business. Or you got to add more people in these channels, in these departments. But the human resource factor of having the right people is so important. And you're going to burn through people who you think is right may not be, and a lot of times aren't. And who you start with isn't going to be who you end with. We have to understand one important factor as a leader. Business is business, period, end of story. It's not a matter of like legacy people getting this special treatment. Here's the vision, you're either in or you're out. And the more that you lead by example with that this is the vision, this is what we're doing, you're either in or you're out, you'll find that most people will come with you, especially the ones that see the value in your leadership. And the ones that don't, and the ones that bitch and complain about it, are the ones that you should have cut bait with a long time ago anyway. So just remember, leverage is everything, but you got to grow the business through getting out there as the owner and thinking about tomorrow and where to get the business to bring it in so the business can grow. Because eventually you'll get to a point of limitation where you can only do so much. And a lot of you listening to this are probably already there. So that's my advice.